Hello, viewers of OBN Horn of Africa. This is Future Africa program, and today I'm joining by Mrs. Akouba. She's Leni Due Humbe. She's Leni is actually Due Humbe is her nickname, and she is a shipping and logistics coordinator at Amazon. She's joining me from UK. The Africa we want, as you know, and the Africa we dream is a united, prosperous, and a strong that relies on its own indigenous people. And my question is, what are the ways to achieve this African dream?
Okay, thank you, brother, for the question. You know, there's only one way to help ourselves, become prosperous. It's the mindset. Our own mindset that could help us. And I explain. We have to love who we are first, our skin color. That's where everything comes from. Get rid of the colonization in our heart, in our spirit, in our body, in our souls. Get rid of anything that will stop us from doing what we want to do to achieve our goals. And colonization still being in our mind blocks us. It's a blockage of our advancing. So we have to change that. Loving ourselves, our skin color, our culture, our food, our languages. We should love those, and from there, we can go ahead.
As you know, the African Union's fundamental objective is to unite and integrate this African continent. But there are arguments that the African Union has not doing as expected from it. Why this is so? How long this will continue?
Right. You know, brother, this African Union that has taken over the United African Nation that was created in 1963, I think. This African Union was created in 2001, I believe, in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and launched in South Africa in 2002. It has taken over the old one, thinking that, okay, the old one was not working well enough to put the objectives into practice for us to reach our goals. Well, let us come to this. Why the old African Union did not reach its objective? It was because the people who were there to make this old African Union work were either overthrown from their power or killed, like Patrick Lumumba in Zaire, the one in Cameroon. Those were killed. And then there come in 2001, 2002, a new African Union launched by people like President Gaddafi, President Gbagbo, all these presidents, Pan-Africanist presidents in Africa. What happened to these people? Gaddafi was killed. President Gbagbo in Ivory Coast was overthrown from his power.
Laurent Gbagbo,
he was overthrown, even jailed for 10 good years. You see, so who is there to make the African Union objective works as the African people want it, wish it? if those who put their ideas down are killed, overthrown, replaced by puppets, so who will pursue those objectives? Those puppets who are there are not there for the African people. No, they respond, of course, to the cause of their masters. They follow the objective given to them by their masters, that instead of what is written by the African Union people. You get me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, for us, for the African Union to reach its objectives, we have to be able to make the Western stop to thinking that the African continent is their playground. They can choose who they want to rule over a country, despite the need of the people. No, we have to make them stop thinking that. It's here in the Western countries it should start first. The puppets are nothing. If we stop them from doing what they are doing, the puppets will follow. That's where the problem lies. Africa is still in the hand of the Western country. It doesn't, we've only got the name African on us, carrying it with us, but it doesn't belong to us. So that is where the problem lies. That is what we have to resolve first, and we're doing it already. Thank you, brother.
Well, and the other thing is the economy of Africa. And as you know, majority of the African countries are relying on agriculture, and agriculture is the backbone of economy of the continent. But this agriculture is still in a traditional way. People are, farming in a very traditional way in Africa. And unless this agriculture is transformed to industry, it is very difficult to hope that, or to dream that we get the Africa we want, the Africa we dream. And how long is this agriculture remain in a tradition? Every year, every time, leaders and other concerned people are saying that we are transforming this agriculture. Since the independence of African countries, we are still transforming agricultural sector. And when will it definitely transform it? What is such a paradox?
We'll go from one paradox to another if the Westerns keep on overthrowing, killing our leaders who are capable of transforming Africa for the good of its people, and putting into place their own subjects. That's where the problem is. And these people there, they're not actually there to respond to the needs of the people. The farmers are crying out. The African population is growing despite civil wars, hunger, whatever. We know the African population is still growing. So we need to change our way of farming. How to help our farmers to change their way of farming for Africa to be food independent. God gave us everything. The nature has given us everything. We've got everything in hand. But it's only our politics that ruins everything in the hand of the farmers. Africans don't lack ideas, but they need good leaders at every single department in Africa. if you take, okay, I'm from the maritime department here, shipping and maritime, port specialization. From that department, if you take it, we got experts, we got the scientists, we got experts, we got experts in everything. But why is it that even agriculture, we got experts there? Why is it that we can't use our ideas to grow to help our farmers? It depends on who is on power there. If he doesn't want the prosperity of the farmers, he will stop straight away that idea as soon as it comes up. He will stop it. The Western people think that they want that the African people should always raise their hand towards them. They should always be dependent. Even for food, how did our forefathers live when the Western did not come to Africa? They depended on their own crops. So why is it that now we can't do it? We can do it, but there is a blockage somewhere, and that blockage needs to be solved. When a country has a good leader, a good president, every area works in a synergy. Take the case of Tanzania with John, may he rest in peace, John Magufuli. In just 5 years, agriculture, schools, and health, everything will solve. Every single problem in Tanzania will solve. How? Without any debt, any debt from the Western. It means it's still the mindset. We can do it, but who do we have as a leader in our countries to help us achieve what we want to do, to progress? That's where the question is. Today, I get up from here today, I said, okay, I'm going to Ivory Coast to evolve the seaport of Abidjan. What would happen to me? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What would happen to me? That's the question. Who am I first? Am I a pro of whoever is on power, or am I a pro-Africanist? That's where they would look.
That is the main point.
That's the main point. So there is a lot to do. We have ideas of how to develop our agriculture, but we have to change our leaders to the Pan-African leaders so that the ideas will flow. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much for your idea. And that's why Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed on the 35th Ordinary Session of the African Union Assembly said that we need Pan-African media and Africans should look inside. Yeah, I think this is a very important idea. And the other thing is the issue of peace and security in the continent. As you have mentioned, there are civil wars here and there in the continent. What should be done to just sustain peace and security in the continent? Because if there is no peace and security, it is very difficult to think economic transformation and agricultural transformation. And what do you say on this, please?
Yeah, peace and security. Even the day before yesterday, we had a tragedy that happened, and it burned my heart. Some young people, African, trying to cross yet again to reach Europe, and were killed. if there was security in their countries, if there was peace in their country, they wouldn't have fought or flee for a betterment. And I'm searching. Maybe this is the reason why, of course, I had something to do today. That's why I didn't go to work. But I've been searching since to see if the African Union had a word about what happened to the Africans the day before yesterday. Still, I haven't heard a single word from our leaders. So, and it pains me a lot. Who are those who are leading me? Are they zombies? Are they ghosts? Or are they human beings like us? When the Ukrainian war started, you could hear them, see them everywhere, talking on Russia. But now that their own children are dying, they are quiet. How can we talk about security with those kind of people ruling over us? How can we even dream of it? What type of thinking have they got in their mind? What have they got in their mind? Are they human beings? Are they black people like us? Or are they just white in black skins? What are they? Not even a single remorse of what happened to their own people, but they can feel the pain when it happens to other people. Why is it that? So my answer to what to do for security in Africa is that we should intelligently try to overthrow this president as well for our own peace and security. Without pity, they overthrow our presidents. They even kill them. But we can start doing that as well. I think in Mali, it's happening. In Guinea, in Burkina, in countries now, they don't kill them. Just take them to prison, remove them and take them to prison. Put somebody who is there for their own people, not there to act as a puppet. For our own safety, for the safety of the younger generation and the generations to come, we have to overthrow these puppets. I am radical on it. There is no other solution, because whoever refuses to see and hear is more blind and deaf than the real blind and deaf.
Let me forward this question again, which is related to this agriculture, investment in Africa. Investment is actually highly related with the economy of any country, but in Africa we need more investment, and some argue that foreign investors coming to our continent often comes to seek, resources and seeking the markets. This problem is still existing in the continent, and do you share this claim, and how, if it is a logical claim, how we should solve this problem?
Of course, brother. Let me say, in the 19th century, the African people were peacefully sleeping in their continent, minding their own business. When all of a sudden in Berlin, some conference took place there and divided Africa. Divided Africa, and they knew already our resources, everything. So today, do you think those people coming today to Africa to say they are coming to invest is if to for the prosperity of Africa. That division, that resource mind is already in their mind when they take their suitcase and go to the airport. They already knew. They already know they're coming for. It's not for the real investment. Somebody come to your house, let me make your, change the paint in your house, your carpet, everything. Let me give you a new sofa. You use your own resources to do those and make you pay for them. Then 10 times pay for your own resources that you use for free to build your house, do this, and make you pay for that forever. And you pay, die your generation, your children will pay, and others will pay again. Of course, Africa can only become prosperous with its own children. It's people like you and I. If we go today to Africa to say we are investing, it's with all honesty, because it belongs to us. A foreigner will not come and love us more than ourselves. No way. It comes for his own interest. It comes because he's already done all the calculations of what he will gain from that. Of course, Africa can only develop from us, you and I, and no one else. People like us. A friend of mine from Nigeria 2 years ago, she explained the situation to me, that some businessmen Chinese, they discovered something in a remote village in Nigeria. They proposed to build a road and a school to that village. Yet up to now, even a single, how do you call it? A single wall of that school had not been built. Nothing is done, but they're taking that resource, the clay, they're collecting it for free until the people discover that. You see? Nobody will save us if not ourselves. Nobody comes from their own country, pay their ticket, everything, and land to your country to say, I'm coming to save you. No way. How about his ticket price? How about his family left down behind? Who will feed them? You have to think of all these things. Right. So we will leave the meeting now and then come back.
I'm not leaving because I have 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not leaving, and let me forward this question. And the other issue is the issue of industrialization, and we need industry in Africa as we have an abundant resources. But what are the ways or the strategies to speed up industrialization in Africa? Please, if you can react on this.
Okay, we got everything. We got raw material, we got gold, we got diamond, we got everything. But how come that we are not industrialized? It all depends on the program, governmental programs. Yeah. It's simple as that.
You can also add education to this, because it is education that brings industrialization, liberalization, and a modernization even. Thank you.
I will come to that. Okay. Shall I continue?
Continue, yeah. I have 2 minutes. Yeah. Continue and you will rejoin me. Continue now.
Right. I will come to education. I was talking about the program. Yeah. The manifesto of the leader, the type of leader we have. What are in their manifestos? Are they there to promote education, or just to throw our young generations, to throw them on the street, or let them become whoever they wish to become by themselves, or are they there to promote? How do you call it? Because everything is down to education nowadays. A well-educated, and education is not about knowing all the knows how to read all the Western books. No, we can get educated in our own, according to our own history, according to our local knowledge. We can get education there and then make our continent prosperous to that. Because reading a Western book will not how to benefit to Africa. If we can call them co-brothers or sisters of other skin, with whom we share this earth, jealous us. We have to know that. We have to put that in our heart and in our mind. They jealous us a lot with all the blessings we have. The strongest skin, the richest continent. So why is it that it's us who die easily from even hunger? We have food in Africa. Food is there. But the proper strategies are that those food are mostly exported from Africa. We have food in abundance, honestly. They don't give us the real figure. Even a country with lots of droughts, like Tunisia, where there are droughts, like Mali, like Chad, they've got, I found out, for instance, for the case of the Chad, the President Idris, may rest in peace, found a strategy of how to sort the drought problem out and resolve the food dependent issue in his country. And it was working well. That is why it didn't last. We have a problem, a real problem. Like a famous writer, Martin Kezeyos, writer, Césaire was saying, the problem of Africa is that it has met a country called France on its way one day. That's the problem. We are rich, we got everything, but we carry a heavy burden on our back. That's the Western. A president who comes with his a good manifesto, trying to work for his president, for his people, is quickly removed. Because through him, that will contaminate other countries. Look at the case of Tanzania. Within 5 years only, without external debt, with its own resources, Tanzania has become a beautiful country. He was killed just after 5 years, age 55. If he were left on power for another 5 years, that would contaminate the neighborhood countries.
By the way, are you originally from Tanzania?
I'm from Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast.
Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. Okay, it's all right. You told me last time. Oh.
Yeah. But I know a lot about, my continent, not only about Ivory Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I research a lot about every single country in Africa, especially
Sure.
countries with seaports. So that is my field of studies.
Finally, if you have any message to your fellow Africans and to my audience as well, please, you are welcome.
Okay. I have a lot of messages to my fellow Africans. A lot, but I will shorten it down today. We should be proud of ourselves. We should change our mindset wherever we are. We are Black. Let us love our Black skin. There is no stronger skin on this earth than ours. We have a rich continent. Let us use it intelligently, our resources intelligently. Let us put our strength together, our knowledges together, and think of how to remove from our powers those who are only there to respond to the need of the Western or the greedy people and starving our own people. That is what, let us instead think of what strategies we can put into place to remove those people and wash our people's heads. You know, I'm taking the example of China. Why has China become the world's manufacturer today? China refused to join the UN. They only joined the UN in 2005. Why that? They were closed, they shut down their borders. Inside, who knows what was happening inside their doors. There was washing the kids' brain there. They were training them to love themselves, to love China, come first, to love whoever they are, so that when they opened up, you meet a Chinese today, you will never want to become whoever else. You remain a Chinese. You eat Chinese, you dress up as a Chinese, you speak Chinese wherever you go. Why can't we do the same? That's my question. We should love who we are, love ourselves, change our mindset. That will help us a lot. Thank you, brother.
Mrs. Akouba Shislin, thank you very much for your deep analysis.
Thank you very much. It was a very good pleasure to share this time with you today, brother. Thank you, and see you some other day.
Dear viewers, this is all about our discussion for today with Mrs. Akouba Shislin from United Kingdom, originally from Ivory Coast. And till next edition, goodbye.